Most local businesses think Google Ads is about competing with everyone, but the truth is you can beat national competitors just by choosing smarter keywords. Because on Google, it's not always about who spends the most, it's about who targets their audience the best. And once you know how to find those high intent local phrases, you can completely own your neighborhood without overspending. So in this video, I'll show you exactly how to find the keywords that make your Google Ads work smarter, not harder. So you'll see how to organize your campaigns by service so that your ads stay relevant. And we'll go through how to use Google's keyword planner to uncover the high intent local searches that actually drive calls to your business, and how to protect your budget by cutting out wasted clicks with match types and negative keywords. So before we dive into the walkthrough, let's rewind for a second. When Google Ads first launched, it was kind of like the Wild West. You could bid on a few broad keywords like plumbing or towing, spend a couple bucks, and pull in clicks all day. It was simple, but it wasn't that smart. So over time, Google got better at understanding why people were searching. It learned the difference between someone researching and someone ready to buy. And when that happened, everything changed. So suddenly it wasn't about throwing money at Google, it was about matching the searcher's intent. And the businesses that thrived weren't the ones with the biggest budgets, they were the ones that showed up for the right searches. And that's why keyword research matters so much today. It's how you tell Google, these are my real customers, show me to them. So let's walk through exactly how to do that step by step. So step one is to define your services and ideally organize them by theme. So before you ever open Google's keyword planner, you need to be clear on what services you actually want to promote. So think of this like setting your foundation for your campaign, because if you don't separate them, you'll end up mixing different kinds of customers all under one umbrella. And then that's when Google starts showing your ads to the wrong people. Or you will start to see your cost per conversion go up and your conversion rate go down. So here's what I personally do. Let's say this towing company here came to me for ad management. They are not a client of mine. So I would start by having a conversation with them to figure out what they actually want to get calls for and what they want to promote on Google. So let's say that they come back and they want to promote towing services and roadside assistance. They have a lot of services that they do offer. Towing and roadside assistance seems to be the main ones. So what I would probably honestly do is separate those into two separate campaigns. And then that way I can really narrow down underneath that campaign. So I would have one campaign for towing, and then underneath that towing campaign, we can have one ad group for local towing and one ad group for long distance towing. So then under the long distance towing would be all the keywords associated with long distance towing. And then under the local towing would be all the keywords associated with local towing. And the reason I would do this is then because in the ad copy, you can call out those specific things that people are looking for. Because not every towing company does long distance towing. So if in the ad copy you are specifically talking about long distance towing and that's exactly what they search for, having that match up just really helps improve your click-through rate, your quality score, and ultimately your conversion rate. And then the second campaign I would have would be for emergency roadside assistance, which then underneath there you can have your jumpstart service, lockout service, tire change, fuel delivery. All of that goes really well under roadside assistance. So I would separate this out into two campaigns. Let's say that they only wanted to do towing. So then you could still have just one campaign for towing, and then you have your local or long distance. If they don't do long distance, you could just stick with your local. Or if you offered towing for smaller vehicles like cars, motorcycles, as well as bigger vehicles like semi-trucks, then I would separate it out that way and kind of have a commercial towing ad group, and then just a regular towing ad group as well. So the tighter that your grouping is, the higher quality score becomes, which helps your ads rank better, and then you end up paying less per click and less per conversion. So before you do anything else, map out your main services and assign each one its own campaign or ad group depending on what you are offering, but keep it simple, clear, and organized. So from here, we'll move on to step 2. And step 2 is to use Google's keyword planner. So now that you know your service themes, it's time to find out what people are actually typing into Google to find those services. So in order to do that, we're going to go into our ad account. And then over on the left-hand side here, you'll go into Tools, and then under Planning, go into Keyword Planner. Then we're going to click on Discover New Keywords. And so you can either start with your website and put your website URL in here and Google will suggest what keywords, or you can start with a few of your own keywords and go from there. So towing near me. So we'll start with the towing. So I put in just a handful of towing type of keywords. What I'm going to do from there is narrow down the location. And so this company is in San Jose. So we'll include San Jose and we will hit save and then you hit get results. And so what you'll see next is a list of related keywords to the words that we gave Google. So go ahead and sort this list by search volume or average monthly searches, and then it's going to give you the top average monthly services. And so what you'll want to do from here is go through this list. You don't automatically just want to pick all the top ones. You ideally want to go through and look for the keywords that show intent or high intent. For instance, if I'm a towing company, I probably would not bid on AAA roadside assistance unless you work with AAA. Not all towing companies do. So if you don't bid on that keyword. But you want to look for the ones that show really good intent, like tow truck near me, truck towing near me, tow truck close to me. Those all show high intent that those people are looking for a tow truck right now. What you would do is just go through this list and click off the ones that you want, and then you can save them, copy them into an Excel spreadsheet or download them so that you have them ready for when you want to build your campaign. And step 3 is identifying high intent keywords. Now let's talk about this for a second because it is really important. Intent. Not all keywords are created equal. Some people search because they're curious, while others search because they're ready to buy right now. And the difference between those two is what separates wasted spend from profitable campaigns. So here's how to spot it. A low intent search looks like average towing price, how to tow a car, towing license requirements. Those people are doing research. They're not looking to hire anybody right now. Whereas high intent searches sound more like tow truck near me, 24-hour towing San Jose, or roadside assistance in San Jose. Those searchers need help now, and that's who you want to show up for. So a quick trick, look for urgency and location in the keyword. Words like near me, emergency, 24/7, or the name of your city usually signal buying intent. And when someone types those, they're not shopping around, they're looking to call someone right now. So if you're not sure, think like your customer. Ask yourself, if your car broke down right now, what would I type into Google? Those are your money keywords. So prioritize those in your campaign and skip research type searches that just won't convert. By filtering out the low intent stuff, you're not just saving money, you're also teaching Google exactly who your real audience is. And that's what keeps your ads relevant and your cost per lead low. Step number 4, once you've picked out your keywords, is choosing the right match type. So match types control how closely a search term has to match your keyword before Google shows your ad. And there are 3 main ones: broad, phrase match, and exact. So broad match gives Google the most flexibility, but it also gives you the least control. For example, if you use the broad keyword towing near me, your ad could show for searchers like tow bar installation or towing capacity of an F-150, neither of which are your ideal clients, but they are searching in the realm of towing. Phrase match tightens things up a little bit. If your keyword is towing service, your ad could still show for emergency towing service near me or 24-hour towing service, but they're not unrelated searches. They're more geared towards what you are looking for. And exact match is the strictest. It only shows your ads when the searcher's intent matches your keywords almost exactly, not exactly. For most local businesses, I recommend starting with a mix of phrase and exact match. So phrase match gives you enough reach to still find variations of your keywords, and exact match still locks in your highest value searches. Broad match can come later once you've built a strong negative keyword list and want to experiment potentially with more volume. Or if you're in a really niched industry that just doesn't get a ton of searches, broad match may be the way you want to go. But I still would start with phrase match and then either tighten it up or open it up from there once you start to see a little bit of data in your account. And the final step is negative keywords. Here's where a lot of people waste money without even realizing it. So negative keywords tell Google which searches you don't want to show for. They're just as important as the ones that you are targeting. So let's say you're running ads for roadside assistance. You might notice in your search terms report that your ads are showing up for road assistance jobs or CAA road assistance, AAA road assistance. Those clicks won't turn into customers, but you're still paying for them. So by adding jobs or insurance or CAA as negative keywords, you stop wasting budget on those searches immediately. So to find these, go to your search terms report inside Google. This shows you the exact phrases that people typed in when they saw or clicked your ad. Scroll through that, and if you spot anything irrelevant, add it in as a negative. You can also get ahead of this by brainstorming common negatives before launching the campaign. For example, if we're doing towing company, words like jobs, salary, training, DIY, competitors' names, they're all safe to add in right away before even launching your campaign. This isn't a one-time task either. You want to check your search terms every few days, especially early on, because new irrelevant searches pop up all the time. And the more negatives that you add, the cleaner your traffic gets and the lower your cost per lead becomes. So think of negative keywords as your campaign's filter. They keep junk traffic out so that your budget goes only to the people who actually want your service. So once you dial in your keywords and targeting, your campaign starts to work smarter instead of harder. You'll notice fewer random clicks, more real inquiries, and your budget stretches further. And the next step after this is just as important, structuring your campaign the right way so that Google connects the dots between your keywords, your ads, and your landing pages. So click right here and I'll walk you through how to set up your campaign step by step.